Where I come from, you are a little more close than that. See, we don't have so many chairs in South Africa. You people. There are a couple ugly ones out there.
All right, thank you. You kind of almost ruined my beginning, but I move on. So what I wanted to do for the variety show this year was to do stand-up. You know, I'm standing up and telling you jokes, so that's what I'm here. I'm not sitting. That would be pretty loud. This actually sounds like a good audience. The other ones, I don't know who you are. Hey! All right. Okay, so the first thing can I talk? Okay. I'm gonna get angry up here. All right, I'm really losing track. Okay, so first thing I always thought about was GPS. We're all familiar with what they are, right? All right, yeah. All right, so I thought, you know what? Suppose celebrities did the voices of the GPSs. That would be pretty crazy. And one that came to my mind would be Al Gore. And you know, he'd just be like, I'm Al Gore. And what I'm telling you to do is to make a ride. Now, as you make a ride, you will see a lake. Now that, my friends, that lake used to be a glacier. Millions of years ago, that used to be a hunk of ice, and then it melted because of you. But that, my dear friends, is an inconvenience true. Now, corresponding with other, Southern accents, I think we all love Britney Spears, right? I think I heard her out there. But, and if Britney Spears ever did any GPS voicing, it'd just be like, oh no, y'all, you just made Billy Dollies, y'all, you gotta make a U-turn, oh no, y'all, no. Y'all, bring it down for a second, y'all. I can't find my baby. Y'all, seriously, you found him? Like, y'all, I'll tell you a story. Y'all, once day I was driving around, I couldn't find my baby no more. I made a turn, I couldn't find him no more. Thank you. That was probably the best reaction I've seen. Rehearsing, not as much. The next voice that I thought would be, it would just be pretty obnoxious almost, but not really. I think we all know these type of people, the people that talk really fast, probably from like Brooklyn or something. I think some of you know who I'm talking about. All right, and they're just talking, and if they were to do it, they'll be like, oh my God, you know what you gotta do? You gotta make a right. You know what? I'm not telling you to make a right. You know what? You gotta make a left. You know what? This time I went to make a right, you're never gonna make a mistake again. I went to shop right. Oh my God. You know what? Never go to shop right ever again. You know what? I went to an A&P. Oh my God. You know what? I'm not gonna be trying to blame for that. Do not be trying to tell me to shut up. Just trying to do myself. Another along obnoxious voices would be just this other person. I don't even know who this is, but I just made it up one day and I thought it was really just unusual. Let's see what the reaction is. So they'd just be like, hello, how are you? You're a great audience. I'm really just great. Now I don't know if it's like a family relative, like they're like, hello, John, how are you? I'm great, Uncle Ben. How are you? I'm fantastic. I haven't seen you in a while. There's a reason for that. But with other voices, I noticed there's any of you familiar with like British people, I think Louis Tesler is, but nobody ever confirmed that. Some of you got that, some didn't, but that's okay. And the thing I noticed about, I'm talking. So you will shut up and listen, because I'm standing up. No, I'm not done. Okay. And so with British people, they're just, you don't understand what they're ever saying. The only thing you'll get is the last two words. So let's see if you guys are intelligent enough to pick it up. I think so. All right, and they'll just be told, and you're never going to be able to do that. I'm just trying to go over that, and you're not going to be able to try and do that, and you're not going to be doing it, and fit and check. What? You gotta stop talking or something. Moving on, because it wasn't funny enough. All right. Speaking of, foreign policy, how many of you like Barack Obama? Let's see how quiet it gets if I say, how many of you like John McCain? There's no conclusion to that. Okay, so along with Obama, now this is a man, he's a great speaker. He really is great. But the one thing about him is he talks in simple sentences. He could talk forever, but they're simple. He'd just be like, thank you, my friends. I'm here to talk to you about change and hope. Hope and change. Never really goes off on anything, but it makes a point eventually. And, this would be Obama, what he really wanted to say about him getting the Peace Award. I don't know, the Nobel Peace Prize Award. Yeah, okay. He'd just be like, thank you very much for the Nobel Peace Prize. As you know, I won it, but the only real reason why I won it for only being a few months in office is because I'm not George W. Bush. And maybe not, but what can you do? And along the line of politicians, I think, I'm going to stand back for this, I think we all remember Sarah Palin. You're all a bunch of Democrats. That's it. And the one thing about her is she too just never made sense. She just go walk, whether she's talking about the great state of Canada or going bonding with the, Russians or anything. There might be a couple Russians out there tonight, but, I'm just here to talk to you about taxes, Not foreign policy, I assure you. Can you see the wink? Neither can I can't see anything with the spotlight. Now, I think we all remember Sarah Palin from Halloween, and I think we all remember last Halloween, if you're in school or not, I did Truman Capote. Half the side knows it, the other half doesn't. What has it got in the middle? Nothing. So, and I noticed I did the impression pretty well, so if you get it, you don't get it, I don't care. So, I'm up here, you're not. If Capote came up, he'd just be like, hello, I'm so happy to be here. It's such a great audience to tell you guys. I think I'm going to write a book about you. Hooray! Now that was last Halloween, but last Halloween, I think we all remember the pop culture phrase of the Dark Knight. Batman, right? You like the movie? Of course. And I think we all remember that his voice was so distinctive. It was so, it sounded like Darth Vader if he had asthma, pretty much. He'd be like, the citizens of Gotham City have nothing to worry about. I am here to save all of you, but that's just the way I'm going to do it. It has to be up to me. The Joker's not going to get my way. I said silence and sit down over there. And the Joker's laughing in the background. Ooh, that hurt my soul. It really did, huh? Now, I had a different ending, but I heard this joke, and I feel like I have to tell you, because I thought it was pretty funny. Alright, so I'll tell you. So, the other day I was in the park, okay? And you know what I see? I see a pirate. Pretty unusual, but then again, we're in Richfield, so that's the least of my worries. And I see this pirate, and he has a peg leg and a hook for an arm, and, dear mind you, a patch on the side. So I have to talk to him, because, what is the pirate doing in Richfield? So I asked him, and I'm like, how'd you get that peg leg? He said he was in a battle, and a cannon took off his leg. So now he has a peg leg. So I asked him, how'd you get a hook on his hand? And he says, oh, I was fighting another pirate, and he cut my hand off, so now I have a hook. And I have to know, I just have to know, why do you have a patch over your eye? And he says, well, I was steering the ship, and a bird shit in my eye.
I was supposed to say that also. And I'm not done.
Yeah, you're done.
I didn't even give the punchline.
Yeah, but profanity wasn't in the rehearsal.